3 ways to get out of your own head. Welcome back to another video, everybody. My name is Matt and I help people overcome retroactive jealousy. In this video, I want to talk to you about getting us out of our own head, because what's going on here with retroactive jealousy is we're constantly overthinking, and retroactive jealousy usually suffers of general overthinking as well. And there tends to be some miscommunication out there sometimes, or just in general how we think about overthinking, which we think the only way to stop overthinking is to think about overthinking, and therefore we stop. But actually the truth is, when we just put a stop to our thinking altogether and not try to solve anything, not try to get to the bottom of everything, and just say, hey, I'm done thinking, I'm taking a step out of my brain, I'm getting out of my own head, all of a sudden we cure ourselves from overthinking, and thus in the process we cure ourselves from retroactive jealousy. This is exactly how I did it personally. This is how I've helped thousands of people at this point over the last several years do it as well. So I think this video will be very powerful for you. I'm going to go over 3 ways in which you can get out of your head right now and start living your life peacefully, normally, once again, without all these intrusive retroactive jealousy thoughts flooding in. So we'll get to that in this video. Before we do though, if you could take a quick moment and smash the like button, that'll activate YouTube's algorithm and get this video out to more people that need to see it. So I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, before you go today, if you want some more help in overcoming retroactive jealousy, check out those links in the description below. I got 3 incredible retroactive jealousy courses down there, giving you step-by-step instructions, proven methods on how to overcome RJ. If you can't decide which course to join, you can also bundle all my courses and get my master course, and I'll throw in some bonuses in there. It is the biggest and best bang for your buck, so I'd love to see you be a part of it. So check that out before you go today. Okay, there's this great quote, and it's by Anthony Hopkins, the actor, and it says, "We are dying from overthinking. You can never trust the human mind. It's a death trap." We are dying from overthinking. You can never trust the human mind. It's a death trap. So that right there shows, when people say, well, should I trust these retroactive jealousy thoughts? Should I take these thoughts seriously? No, never trust the human mind. Never trust him. It's a death trap. It will take you and hang you up and choke you. As I've talked about a lot on this channel, it gave me suicidal thoughts. I was about to end my life over certain thoughts that now I can think those same thoughts and I don't feel anything. I'm totally fine. That's how crazy the human mind is. How can the same thought of something was going to cause me to end my life? Now I think about it and nothing bothers me. I don't care. Nothing's happening to me. I can continue to talk to you normally. That's so interesting. That's so crazy. But again, it's this idea that we can't take our minds seriously, especially when it comes to OCD, retroactive jealousy, all these thoughts. We cannot take our mind seriously anymore. We have to get out of our mind in order to solve this. Remember, it's not about coming to some aha moment, thinking it over so much you get to the bottom of it. It will never happen. There are some things you cannot think about enough to get an answer to. Think about like the universe. What is the answer to the universe, to life, to all these things, to existence? Can you actually ever think your way to the bottom of that? You cannot, right? You're just gonna get confused. Oh, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You'll just get confused. You almost get so frustrated with it. You will never find the answer. You cannot think about it. Your brain explodes. Same thing with RJ. We cannot think our way out of this. No matter how hard we try, we cannot think our way out. So the answer is to stop thinking. The answer is to stop thinking. As soon as we stop thinking, these thoughts matter less and less and less. The anxiety goes away more and more and more, and more peace comes over our lives. More clarity comes over our lives. And then we go from someone like me, where I would think a certain thought which caused me to want to kill myself, to now thinking about it and nothing's there, nothing happens. Nothing's changed except the fact that I'm no longer overthinking. This anxiety, the OCD, it's gone, and it's because I practice not thinking about it. I practice stepping out of my own head. So here's 3 powerful ways in which you can get out of your own head right now to start finding peace in your life. And the first one is a very powerful mindfulness exercise. And I like to call it the ability to feel the life inside of you. right? Because when we are really bogged down, we're really suffering from RJ and these thoughts are extremely intense, the emotions are extremely intense, sometimes we forget who we are. Sometimes we forget we are alive, that we are human, that life is worth living. And so if you can just take a moment and kind of close your eyes, take a deep breath, and if you can kind of feel just kind of in the center where your heart is, maybe some warmth. Maybe you can kind of spread your arm or your hands out to the side and you can feel the tingling sensation in your fingers. You can feel the warmth and the heat running throughout your body. That is life within you. And in this moment when you're really feeling for those sensations of life, warmth, electricity, tingliness inside of you, in that moment where you're feeling it, you're putting your attention on it, even for a split second, when you have your attention completely on that, it's out of your mind. You've stepped out of your mind and you are now into your body. You're feeling life, you're feeling the electricity in your body, you're feeling the movement within your body, you're feeling all of that. And so every second you spend out of your mind is more you're spending away from retroactive jealousy, and the more you are overcoming retroactive jealousy. So you can do this exercise at any time during your day when you say, okay, I need to take a moment. I've been locked up in these thoughts a lot. Let me take a step back. Let me feel the life in my body. Let me feel the life inside of me. Just do that for a few seconds and you should feel a little bit of calmness come over you. And the more you do it, the more your brain starts to crave it. That's right, your brain doesn't want to think about all this stuff all the time, but it doesn't know what else to do. And so the more you practice being mindful, the more you practice being in the present, the more you practice just kind of feeling the life inside of you, getting more into your body, the more your brain goes, wow, I actually like that. I like feeling like that. I don't really like thinking about these thoughts all the time. I want more of that. And your brain automatically draws you into the present moment more and more and more. It's fantastic stuff. A second way for you to get out of your own head is to focus on real life. And I say that everything inside our head, no matter what it is, thoughts of this and that, it's purely imagination. It's purely imagination. So we need to start focusing on real life. When we feel like you've been in your head way too much, you need to look at what's going on around you right now and say, I have to focus on this because this is real. Everything in here, even thoughts about what am I gonna have for dinner tonight or what I had for dinner last night, it's imagination. It's not real stuff. It's just thoughts going in and out of your mind. I need to focus on what's real in front of me. Right now, there's a camera and a microphone and I'm looking at a lens and I'm talking. I need to put all my focus and attention on this right now because these thoughts of my partner's past, everything that's going on right now, it's not real. But this right here is real. Wherever you're at, maybe you're walking around the park and you're starting to get thoughts. You gotta say, no, this is not real life. What's going on, what's real life is these beautiful trees around me, this beautiful lake that's around me. Maybe you're at work, even if work can be boring. Okay, this is not real life, these thoughts. What's real life is this spreadsheet that I gotta fill out in front of me. Let me put my focus on this and get this spreadsheet taken care of. Whatever the case is, but when you start focusing on real life stuff and put your attention on it as much as you possibly can, you are getting out of your head. You're at least getting out of the imaginal state in your head and putting it on the present moment. The stuff that's really important, the stuff that's actually real, and the stuff that's happening right now. You might have to do this a lot, right? So you might focus on the present moment, something going on now, and the thoughts start taking you again. And this is where the discipline and the willpower comes in for you to start noticing. And this is where you start gaining your power when you start to notice, okay, my mind has taken off again with these RJ thoughts. Back on real life. Back on what's going on in front of me, what's happening. I'm just driving in my car. Okay, I'm gonna focus 100% on the road right now. I'm gonna be the best driver on the road right now. I'm gonna go, the speed limit's 65, I'm gonna go exactly 65 miles an hour. I'm gonna turn on my blinker at the most perfect, pristine time. I'm gonna make this turn so perfectly, right? All these things to play around with, but to focus on the real thing. And the more we do that, the less we're in our head, the less we're in these imaginal states of thoughts, of retroactive jealousy, of whatever the case is, of general overthinking, and the more we're breaking free of it. The more, again, our brain says, I like this better. I like focusing on real life better. I like focusing on present moment better. So I want to do that as opposed to getting wrapped up in these thoughts. The third way for you to get out of your head is to get busy. Get busy. A lot of times, a lot of retroactive jealousy sufferers, not everybody's a little bit different, but a lot of the people that I've worked with aren't busy all that much. Like maybe they have a normal job and they go to work, but then they come home and they just kind of have, normal lives with their partner, or there's not a lot of extra things that they're doing. So that's a lot of time for them to overthink. A lot of time for them to really get more and more wrapped up in these thoughts because they're not busy. If you've ever found yourself in a moment, maybe at work or in school or whatever the case is, where you've just been really busy, maybe an hour went by and you kind of went, whoa, I was really busy in that hour, and actually I didn't really have any compulsive behaviors take place in that moment. I didn't have any urges take place in that moment because it was so busy. At the time when I was suffering from RJ, I worked at a hotel, and there would be times where it was super busy at the hotel, and a couple hours would go by and I'd be like, geez, I didn't have one thought the entire 2 hours that just took place. And I realized, oh, because I was busy. Like, my mind was on other things taking place. Like, I had to go, next, and the brain was constantly busy doing different things. And so that's why I always recommend to people, get busy in the sense that do something extra, do something else. Like, create, maybe there's a hobby or something that you really enjoy doing that you never really thought you had time for. Maybe there's some volunteer work or something that you never thought you had time for. Maybe you've always wanted to try a side business or things like that, or start a business, and maybe these are things you've been putting off because you've been thinking, well, I don't feel good, I'm suffering from RJ, so I don't really want to do this stuff right now. I don't really want to do my hobby, I don't really want to do my passions because I'm just not feeling so good. Actually picking those things up and doing them and creating a kind of busier life for yourself, again, takes yourself out of your overthinking head so much and puts it on something new, something fresh, something for you to build, something for you to work on, something for your brain to focus more on. And therefore, again, when your brain is focused on real life things, more activities, more engagement, the less it's in here and the better we start feeling. So when I say get busy, it's more of, is there something more you can be doing in your life? And maybe it's something you're doing with your partner. You know, maybe you decide to go to the gym together and work out together. It's things like this. But for the people that just kind of, you know, maybe go to work at their normal jobs that they've, you know, done for many, many years, and then they just kind of go home and maybe just sit around and sit there and not do much, and just they're constantly overthinking. No, stimulate the brain a little bit. Get more done. If there's something you wanted to do, start it now. And again, like, not only will you build up and, you know, get better at whatever it is that you're doing new, but it's also going to help you overcome RJ in the process. So for instance, I give the example of starting your own business or starting a YouTube channel or a blog, whatever the case is. Think about, like, 3 months from now, not only could you have built up this awesome new side business, this awesome new blog, this awesome new YouTube channel, but in the process of you doing that, you've overcome RJ in the process because you put so much of your focus into this new thing. So now you've got side money coming in and you've overcome RJ. They've worked together in sync. So that's something that you should take a look at your life, and if it's something you've always wanted to do, now's the time to do it. Even though you don't feel good, even though your brain's saying, no, I'm suffering from RJ, I need to think this stuff over. No, we gotta be brave, we gotta take a step forward, have that courage, and start this new venture, do something new, get a little bit more busier in our life, and that is what's going to be the key to help us overcome this. So I really think those 3 ways are gonna be super powerful for you in order to start stepping out of your mind, stepping out of your head, more into your body, more into the present moment, and it's going to enhance your life even more, create a better life for yourself, while at the same time overcoming retroactive jealousy in the process. So of course, if you want some more help in overcoming RJ, before you go, check out those links in the description below. Please sign up for any of my 3 retroactive jealousy courses. Of course, if you cannot decide, bundle them all and get my master course, and I'll give you a ton of extra bonuses along the way. I know the step-by-step processes that I share will be so beneficial to you and will aid you and help you on the way to destroying this thing faster than ever before, as it has the thousands that have taken my course already. Before you go today as well, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already done so, and of course that's it for me for now. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.